For the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello and welcome to Attwoolls Camping and Leisure. Me, Mike. Today I'm giving you guys a bit of just a pitching video on putting up a conservatory or inflatable annex onto your rally or any of your camper awnings really. So same sort of principle I'm about to go through can actually be used yet again on any sort of inflatable awning or any awning for that matter as such. Obviously, first thing we've got to do is remove the actual panel itself. So obviously simply pegs all come out nice and easily. And then what you normally have is two separate zips. So obviously make sure you're not going all to one way. So that's one zip there, there's a second zip somewhere along here. That's it. So then it quite simply zips out like so, disconnects. So it's quite a simple thing to do. It just doesn't really take an awful lot of explaining really, but I thought it's not a bad idea to show you how simple and easy it is to put an annex on to the side of it. So you can obviously put that back in the bag or do what you wish with that. So we'll leave it there for the time being. So the one I'm going to use actually for this particular video is a new one they've got for the 2018 season. This here is the basically air annex, so it's a conservatory. And we've got the obviously new Rally Pro 390 Grand on here. So simple enough, we'll put the bag inside as well. They've got basically married up zips, and usually actually on this particular one you've only got one inflatable chamber, so it's quite simple that you can just sort of peg it out, slip it on, and you're good to go. And actually there's a roof pole in the top as well. We've got the same sort of pitching video of this particular item on a Classic, just from a bit of a further away distance, just to give you guys a bit more of a single shot of how it all goes up. So here's the zip. Okay. So there's only one zip end on this one that can feed onto there. Marry the zips up and then just keep coming. Obviously don't create too much tension. I personally find it easier doing it from the inside because you can happily toggle it away. Easy as pie. So once in position now, I would probably go to the point of actually making sure that your near side ones are actually pegged. So just down the bottom here, that way, because it's a bit of a tight gap into the actual awning, when you get there, just peg them there, the basic ones closest to the awning itself. That way when you pull against it, it's not going to try and pull against the zip. It's a bit more secure, you see. Sweet. So then we've done two back ones, let's do the two main ones, and they're usually a webbing strap as such. There it is. Now you want to get it pretty much bang on square to the awning itself. And this is something you can obviously tweak in as you need to. Bear in mind, if you are looking at a proper normal, like a tall annex or just a bog standard annex, I would do the outside first before putting it in a bedroom in first, afterwards, you see. Make sure get that nice and straight. Tension it against the other one. Cool. All we got to do now is just pump her up. So it uses a Boston valve. Nice and simple, just kind of screw thread it in and out to inflate and deflate. So one thing, because it's a plastic one, you've got to be very careful you don't cross thread it. So just get a little countersink just to make sure it's flush, that's fine. Screw it on. Once it's obviously tight, then you can actually, the front cap then comes off to expose your inlet point. Simply pop your pump in. There's no pump supply with the annex because you already normally have one with the actual awning itself. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So your pressure gauge will tell you what it's going up to. My pump hasn't got one for the time being. So once you're in this position, obviously it's nice and firm, detach the pump. And at this point now, I probably would get the pole, which we had on the inside, and just simply put that in a bracer to keep it all nice and steady. So let's go through the awning. So it's just a single adjuster pole, and it's almost like a little end on the sort of flat end, similar to what you have in your upright poles, and that just simply goes into the area next to the awning itself. So you can slot that in. You've got a little simple normal clamp, expand that out, find the hole, give it tension, and clamp it in place. That just helps to keep it a lot more solid. And all we have to do now is just do the rest of the pegging points. So you've obviously a nice guy rope to get a bit more tension on it. And you can actually probably readjust these a little bit just to make sure it is a bit nice and tight. Let's just redo that one as well, just to make sure it's as it should be. But it was a really nice idea just to give you a bit more extra space outside of it. So this particular one, because conservatory's got a door panel in the back part here, so you can enter and exit as you please. But really, let's cross those over. The only thing is you can check out our review videos on this particular annex. It just doesn't allow you to put an inner bedroom in. So that's only the sort of slight drawback to it as such. Needs to be a little bit tighter. And personally, I put the skirts on the inside just to stop it getting and collecting water. Sweet. So you can see, very simple and easy to do. Doesn't take an awful lot of time, but the extra room it gives you really is quite beneficial. But like I say, it's one model you can use actually with any sort of annex. So whether it be a Vango, an Outwell, or a Kampa, it's better. You know, same sort of principle when you've got an inflatable tube. Kampa also do a poled version of a low version. Same sort of thing, just as obviously when you can pump it up, thread the pole through and peg it out and you're good to go. But quick, simple and easy, and obviously gives you versatility of an extra space. And that's basically the inflatable annex and how it goes up.